You will feel so productive. I promise you. I promise you. This hack has changed my whole life. I've never felt more productive. In the beginning, when I started to launch everything I wanted to do, there was definitely a lot of stress. I felt a lot of burnout. There was a lot of crying, a lot of hours under the covers, just trying to figure out like, what the fuck am I actually doing? But when I implemented this step and just started to working the tasks, everything shifted for me. Let's be real, in today's world, everyone preaches about productivity and how you should be productive, and then the next thought is that it's fucking hard, it's super stressful, it takes doing 100 things at the same time. But honey, I'm here to tell you that it's none of those things. It's actually a lot simpler than what you might think it is. With this video, I'm hoping to bring some new light on productivity. I'm hoping to give you a new angle on how you can be a lot more productive and still be very balanced and calm, because obviously we don't want to rush, we don't want to feel stressed, we don't want to feel burned out. We want to feel at ease, we want to feel happy with the things we're doing. And this tip that I'm about to share with you in this video has changed. It's changed my whole life. You see, 2 years ago, I was the biggest procrastinator of all time. I wouldn't get anything done, and when I felt that I did get something done, I would think back to what I just did, and I couldn't tell you what it exactly was that I just spent my time on. Especially if you're like an office working girl or guy, or if you're working from your computer, you're doing a lot of different things at the same time. An hour, 2 hours can pass by, and you can look back on those 2 hours and be like, what did I actually get done? I've never been more productive than what I am today, and I've never been more balanced than what I am today. Yes, productivity and balance can go hand in hand. And I'm sure you know those people who are like, I'm so busy, like I can't talk to you right now. I can't think of anything else that these thousands tasks that I have to work on. These people aren't productive because they're out of balance, they're out of whack. Busy is a very stressful place. It's a fearful place. It can bring you stress. It can cause you burnout. We don't want to be busy, okay? We want to move to the other side. We want to become productive. So a little tip that you could just take on today, just like outside of this topic. Well, it is this topic, but just a little fifth. Whenever you feel like saying you're busy, say that you're productive. Because telling your mind, telling your brain that you're productive have another meaning than saying you're busy. Because here we have an overview, we have balance, we know exactly what we're doing with the task we've been given. We're gonna carry them through like no motherfucking else, okay? So start telling everyone, start telling yourself that you're productive. This was like the first thing for me that made me turn around and start to look at things more different. And I would correct myself every time I would tell people, I'm really busy right now. I would say, oh wait, I'm actually productive. And that might be a little awkward for the other person because they don't give a shit, but you give a shit. You give a shit about your mental health. You give a shit about your tasks. In whatever job you're working in, whatever industry you're in, whatever business you're in, you can use this. Say you're productive. The productivity hack that I'm about to share with you is always something I can return to help me get on top again, to help me feel productive again, feel like I'm getting some stuff done. And the best part about this hack is that you only need 2 things. You need a Post-it note and a pen. That's it. Now, for you to be able to use this, you kind of have to have a goal. If you don't have a goal, you can still use it. Don't worry. I would just suggest that you do have a goal because it makes the process a lot more easier. So basically, what this hack is, before you go to bed, you take out the Post-it note, you take out your pen, and you write down 6 actionable steps for you to do the next day that are going to bring you closer to your goal. This is not groceries. This is not doing the laundry. This is actionable steps that moves you closer to your goal. Is that sending an email to an important person? Is that posting something on your social media? Is that running? Anything that has to do with your goal. And then put them in order. Do not move on to the second step before you're done with the first step. Oh, Sine, but what if I don't get everything done in one day? Don't worry. If you only get step 1 done, if you only get step 1 or 2 done, you just take the last 4 steps, put them on the new post-it notes for tomorrow, and then start by 1 and move your way down. If 6 things is very overwhelming to you, and if you don't even know what those 6 things could be, start with 3. Put 2 or 3 things down that you have to get done tomorrow. It's really important that you do this before you go to sleep, because here is the underlying hack. When you write this down, your subconscious mind will latch onto it, and it will already work through the things while you sleep. And so what's really smart about this is that when you wake up and you see between 3 or 6 things on your post-it note, you don't have to make the decision in the morning. Oh, what am I gonna do today? I don't know what's most important for me to work on today. You've already made the decision. Start with 1 and move your way down. I have a little goal about at some point I want to run a marathon. So I usually put running as the first thing on my post-it note. I want to go run as the first thing in the morning. 2 years prior to today, I would wake up and I would procrastinate my way out of not running. I would wake up and say, I laid in my bed half an hour, now I can't do the run before I have to go to school, I have to go to work. Okay, then it becomes the afternoon and I'm still discussing it with myself. Should I not? Should I not? We don't get anywhere with that. But here's the trick. I've never missed a run since I've put it on the post-it note, because the decision has already been made. I made the decision last night, so there's nothing to discuss. I'm just gonna do it. And it's so amazing how your mind works, because now you might sit there, if you haven't tried this, you might sit there and think and already start discussing this with yourself. Ooh, I don't have a post-it note. I don't have a pen. This sounds too ridiculous to work. Okay. If it sounds too ridiculous to work, maybe you should just try it and see for yourself. You know, there's a trigger mechanism in our brain that whenever we cross something out and put a little tick next to the task, it triggers a reward system in our brains that makes us want to do it again, right? It feels amazing ticking off tasks. I know you know this feeling. I know you know this feeling. Whenever you've done something and like you can physically cross it out or you can tick it off, that feels fucking amazing. So keep doing this. Your brain will get addicted to it. And it's not to say that like, I'm here to brainwash you. I'm not. You're brainwashing yourself in the best way possible, because you're becoming more productive. You're triggering the reward system in your brain. So not only are you going to be happier, but you're also going to be happy to do these tasks. And this also works if you have tasks that you've been like, you don't really want to do. This is something that always goes to the bottom of your list, because it's just, you don't really like those tasks. For me, that's like everything financial. It's everything with numbers, Google Sheets, like all of that admin stuff that always goes to the bottom of my list. And I specifically put those things on my post-it note because I know that the reward I'm gonna feel when they're done is just incredible. And getting those things just off your shoulders, now you don't have to think about them anymore. That's the best feeling in the world. I always bring my little post-it note and my pen along with me so that I can cross out and tick off throughout the day. So if you're working somewhere where you can bring it, bring it. If you're at school, bring it. Let's say you have a list right now of things you have to get done. That could be anything. That could be everything from laundry to a huge project, right? That's the entire list of everything you have to get done. Let's say you start actually implementing this hack. You do this every single night. You write down 6 things you're gonna get done the next day, and you start accomplishing them. 6 things a day. A week is 42. That's 42 tasks from your list you just got done in a week. I think the really and most important thing here is that you stay in one task before moving on to the next. This is why it's so important to number them. Which task is the most important one for you right now? And then stay at number 1 until you move on to number 2. Because this way, you will focus on one task, get it done, cross it out, moving on to task 2. Get it done, cross it out, moving on to task 3. Get it done, cross it out. Keep going like this. You will feel so productive. I promise you. This hack has changed my whole life. I've never felt more productive. For me, I'm doing a lot of different things, and I've had to find a balance in doing all of this at the same time. In the beginning, when I started to launch everything I wanted to do, there was definitely a lot of stress. I felt a lot of burnout. There was a lot of crying, a lot of hours under the covers, just trying to figure out, like, what the fuck am I actually doing? But when I implemented this step and just started to working the tasks, everything shifted for me. Because I don't write anything in my calendar. I have nothing in my calendar. I only have important meetings in my calendar. Nothing else is in there. I just stick to my post-it note. I just stick to my 6 things that I need to get done throughout a day, and then that's it. And I was gonna say, please let me know how this is gonna go for you, but I don't want to hear how it goes for you if you only do it one night, okay? If you do this a week in a row, every single night, then I want to hear from you. But I don't want to hear if you're like, you tried it once, but you still feel stressed out. Okay, let me know after a week how this goes. It's never about doing more. It's about doing certain things in a certain way. And this hack is precisely that. It's doing a certain thing every single day in a certain way. That's how you become productive. That's how you gain tremendous amount of success. You're free to text me on Instagram. Let me know how it goes. I would love to hear from you. And thank you so much for watching this video. If you have watched this far, I want to say thank you for watching until the end. And I will see you again in one of my other videos. Bye!